Hi everybody, this is Carla and welcome to FlossTube number 56. It is April 4th, 2021 and it's Easter. We're not celebrating with anyone because we are not yet vaccinated, but soon. I've got more on that coming up. But it is a gorgeous spring day here. It is going to be like 75, sunny, and a pretty mild wind. We've just had horrible windy days lately, but yesterday was gorgeous. Today's gorgeous. We got out. I went for a run yesterday, and actually it was more of a walk run because I'm not quite up to my 5K ability yet this year. And my husband and I went for a walk today. So it's just so nice. I decided to break out my bright flowered shirt. So hopefully I'm not blinding anybody. But it was just so springy. I thought I'm going to go for it. So lots and lots to talk about. Personal wise, we got our RV out. It's sitting in our driveway. We haven't used it yet. We had thought about going this weekend, but we just weren't ready. It was completely empty, of course, and we're trying to figure out what all did we have in that we need. And for some reason, our pillows are missing. Sorry, I'm going to grab some tea here. And it's just not quite ready. We're not quite there, but soon. Let's see what else has been going on. Like I said, we still aren't vaccinated, so we are staying home. My husband did get his first vaccine shot, and I get mine tomorrow. And I'm nervous, but I'm so happy. And so April 27th will be my second shot. And 2 weeks after that, I should be safe to start doing things and seeing people again. And I'm really, really excited. I am a little nervous about it just because I know some people, get a little bit sick for a day, but it's going to be so worth it to be able to see my parents. My daughter said she'll come home once we're both vaccinated. I haven't seen her in over 15 months. So I'm ready for life to have a little bit of normalcy. We'll see how it goes. Stitchy news. I have lots and lots of stitchy things to show you today. First of all, my husband, I was like, I don't really have a needle minder collection of my own, but I have all kinds of needle minders for sale. And there's not a whole lot. Well, there's a lot on my shop for sale, but I also bought a whole bunch more at during the Expo. And I was thinking, well, how can I display my needle minders that I start collecting in my craft room? And we came up with a really cool solution. So I had this frame, and these aren't my personal ones. These are just some to show you what I want, because of course I won't keep the packaging. But I had this really cool frame, and you won't believe what used to be in there. My high school graduation photo was in here, and no, you do not get to see it. So that's a big high school graduation picture. And it was one of those things that, how you keep that box of high school memorabilia and college memorabilia and whatever, and you're like, what am I ever going to do with this? Like, my daughter's going to want my high school graduation picture in that large of a frame. But the frame's really cool. And then the magnetic back, my husband had taken apart. We had an old heating unit in our sunroom that just wasn't working right, and we replaced it. So he had taken that out, and he cut a metal piece off of that old heater and recycled it to fit my frame. So I'm really excited. I'm thinking I might paint this piece. He said it would be really easy to paint. So I may paint it blue or something. I'm not sure. But I'm going to use that, and then that will hang on my wall eventually in my craft room. It's a pretty heavy frame, and then you get the metal piece, and then the needle minders on there. But I'm pretty excited about that. So that's going to be really cool. And then I also got, this came in the mail. So Fat Quarter Shop sends out products to shops that sell their items. We get one of everything to see whether we want to order it or not. And I got this awesome pink stand in the mail. I had the blue one in the past and I gave it away because I don't sell these because they're heavy and very large to ship. So it would cost, customers would have to pay quite a bit of shipping on these, and to store them in my house is a lot. But so I was gonna kind of get rid of this one too, give it away, or maybe put it in one of my auctions on Facebook. And then I thought, this is perfect for showing needle minders. And I'm going to either keep it for myself, like to have some of my needle minders on display, or I'll use it when I'm having needle minder sales. So we had, a couple weeks ago, I had a live needle minder auction, and this would have been a fun way to show what was being auctioned at that time. So this has got a spot. It's meant to be able to hold a book or a pattern or whatever. But I thought, and at first I'm like, I'm not really a pink person. And at first I'm like, wow, that's really pink. But then I thought, the blue in my craft room is kind of a matte blue. And I'm like, it doesn't hurt to have a little bit of different colors. So I think I'm just going to keep it the way it is. So that was really fun. So, and you can see I've got needle minders by a bunch. Here we go. A bunch of different needle minders, and you can watch for these. I'm going to be having an auction in our auction group. So I've now got my needle minders by Shakespeare Peddler. These are amazing. They're wooden. And then Kirkland Design Studio. These are by My Big Toe, and they are super cute. I actually really like this size. Nice small needle minder. And this is Gecko Rouge. And then I've also got, the Zappy Dots. And this one here, I've got some metal ones by Puffin Company. So lots and lots of different needle minders. And a lot of those will be in my Facebook auction group. I'll start including some of those with that. So personal stitching. Oh, wait. I've been watching a lot of FlossTube channels, just some of the ones I've been always watching, Helen D and Bendy Stitchy and Hands On Design, a couple others. But all of them do an Elizabeth Can Stitch. Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch. That's one I've been watching too. And a lot of them, and Steel City Stitchers, I've been watching those too. Anyway, a lot of them start out with a favorite thing. And sometimes it's, my favorite thing is the weather or something like that. And sometimes it's something they got. Well, I've got two favorite things. And one of them, I kind of can't believe this is a favorite thing. But we built our house almost 30 years ago. And at the time, Central Vac was really big. So we have a Central Vac system with a long 30-foot hose, and it attaches in 4 different spots in the house. And, it's pretty nice. It's awesome. It's got its benefits, but I hate getting that hose out, especially if I just am doing a little job. So I also have a Roomba, and I love my Roomba, and I use it all the time. But it's kind of a weird thing to use, again, for small jobs or, like if I just want to vacuum the kitchen floor, or I spilled something or something like that. So this week I bought a cordless vac, and I spent quite a bit of money on it. I wanted a real vacuum. Oh my God, I love it. I can't believe how much I've vacuumed in the last 6 or 7 days. It's like you have this freedom. You just go, you pick it up off the charging station, and it weighs about 6 pounds, and you just go and vacuum what you need to vacuum. And I love it for the stairs, because I used to have, of course, you can't use a Roomba on the stairs. And I'd have to get my Central Vac out, which is this huge, big ordeal. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's like, if you just want to vacuum the stairs, I don't want to get this 30-foot cord out. So I got this cordless vac. So that's one of my new favorite things. I just love it. The other thing that I got, and you're going to think this is weird, and when I bought it, I was like, what are you thinking, Carla? But it was on a lightning deal. Every once in a while I go in and I check the lightning deals on Amazon and see what they have there. And they had this little cell phone stand. And that's what it's called. It's a cell phone stand, and it has very minor adjustability. I think it goes down a little and up a little. And I'm like, okay, I really, really don't need that. But oh my gosh, I love it. And the reason I love it is because if I'm working at my computer or stitching, I always had before and wanted to watch like a FlossTube or something. I always had my phone laying down on my desk. And of course, I would inevitably cover it up, lose it, move it around, whatever. And now my cell phone just sits on here, and it's the perfect height for when you're working at your computer. And then it also fits, like this is my small Fire tablet, and I watch, if I really want to watch a movie or something while I'm working, then I get that out, and it works perfectly. So I put a link to this down below of where I got it on Amazon. It's in my more information, but that's one of my new favorite things. I know it's kind of weird. Didn't think I needed it. Well, I didn't need it, but ended up liking it way more than I thought I would. So stitching. I have my first fully finished for the year, and I'm going to just tell you right now, it's kind of a fail. So first I'll show it to you because at initial glance, it's not that bad. So this was Mon Jardin by, oh my gosh, now I'm going to forget who it is. I'll try to put who it's by after I edit the video. And I had watched a tutorial by Kathy Haberman with hands-on design on making pillows. And I'm like, I can do that. That's easy. And it was easy. But when I got to the part of stuffing the pillow, this fabric that I used is African Daisy 28 count Jobelin by Quilt, and it's super, super soft. I absolutely love the fabric. And I cut what I thought was a good amount to be able to turn under after I had filled the pillow. And as I was stuffing the pillow, the Jobelin just started to just completely unravel. So by the time I got the pillow stuffed, I had just a mess of where I needed to hand close the pillow. So if you can see, I'm going to turn my light down a little bit. It's too bright. If you can see, it is just a mess. Now, normally I would not hand stitch it that horribly, but I literally had to just grab whatever I could to try to get, because it had unraveled way up into here. And of course, where I sewed with the machine before I filled the pillow, it was fine. But this was supposed to be a gift from my sister-in-law, and I may still give it to her and just say sorry about the bottom because it is just a disaster. And other things, this is the first pillow I've ever made, and I would have maybe made it taller so that the rounding doesn't cut off the bottom here so that you saw the whole design. But overall, it's just really cute. And I like the daisy fabric, flower fabric that I picked. It's just the same on the front and back. And at least I got something finished. But I'm really disappointed that it looks, I don't know how well I can get that to focus, but it's just terrible. But I honestly wasn't even sure I could get it finished because I had to come so far up to try to get whatever fabric was left. It kind of just fell apart. I don't want to say fell apart, but every time I pushed stuffing in, more threads would come loose. And I don't know if you have any suggestions on that. And then even when I was stitching by hand, pulling the stitches would unravel the Jobelin even further. So it just turned into kind of a disappointment. The person that I wanted to give it to, my sister-in-law, she would not care at all. So I'll probably just send it to her and tell her to stick it on a window somewhere. But it's fun to squish. But at least I got a finish done. And, lessons learned. But it was a little bit disappointing. But this was a super quick stitch. I stitched this in just a few days. And it had been sitting in a drawer for quite a while. So I did get at least a finish. On works in progress. So one of the things I'm working on is 'Tis the Season by Blackbird Designs. and that is in the Home for the Holidays book. And when I had last video, I had just, I don't think I had just done part of the cardinal and maybe a little bit of the branch here. And so I worked on that quite a bit and got a big portion of the cardinal. I still have the back part, but then I got all of this down here done, and then I did all of this here. And I really like it. So I filled it, I definitely filled in this body and filled in the wing. I'm going to be really happy with that. So, and also, if you're wondering about these magnetic clamps, there's a link down below in my more information section on where to buy these on Amazon. They are really wonderful. You just roll your fabric up and it holds your fabric out of place while you're stitching. So I worked on that and got a pretty good progress on that, really. And the part that's left, so this part, there's not as much solid. There's quite a bit left, but that'll take me a while yet. And then I continued working on Garden Fair by Courtney Collection. And last time, I think I'd done all of the top, and I think I had the first band done. I'm not positive if I had the first band done. And I completed another band. There were quite a few nights this week since my last video that I didn't stitch. So that's where I'm at. And I'm just starting the third band. Isn't it gorgeous? I just love this. So if you haven't watched before, this is stitched in only two colors. Noir, Noir by Overa Soie and Tulip by Crescent Colors. They're both silk threads. And I also had to order more thread. By the time I'm done, because I went a little bit bigger on the fabric count, and I really needed to use 2 skeins of thread. So by the time I'm done, this is going to cost me almost $100 in thread. So yeah, it's like, wow, you know. But I wouldn't have changed it to the variegation in the red is just stunning. So I just couldn't be happier with this piece. I have a lot to go yet. So I just finished here. So I still have all of this. And there's a couple small bands, but most of the bands are bigger. And then every single band is different, but the top and the bottom repeat. So I can't wait to get that finished. That'll be a long time though, because I don't want to just work on this. I want to work on other things too. So, but I did get some progress done since my last video. Okay. Giveaways since last time. I'm trying to be organized and have things where I know they're at. Oh, also, if I called your name in the past for a giveaway and you contacted me and I didn't contact you back, please let me know, because I have a couple of giveaways here from a few videos before that I wonder if somebody contacted me. So if you ever contact me about something, anything, and you don't hear back, contact me again. So if you were expecting a giveaway from me and you didn't get it, then let me know. So the giveaway this week is Needlework Enthusiast 2021 Book of Days. And it's a planner. So, and it's a little late in the year to start on this. Next year, I'm going to try to be with it and get the, can you believe, 2022 version in time. So the people who won this are going to get this a little bit late, but they can always reuse and do what they want with it. So there's 2 of these. And so we have 2 winners. The first one is Carol Webster. And the second one is Molly Sebchik. And I hope I said your name right. And Molly, I have your address, so I will try to get that to you. If you're watching, Molly, and you don't hear from me or you don't get a notice that something shipped, then email me. And Carol, my email address is down below. And please put giveaway winner in the subject line. Okay? Always, if you contact me, always make the subject line very clear because I get a lot of emails a day. Okay, business topic. I am still trying to catch up from Expo. I am so far behind. I ended up spending a lot of money at Expo, and the credit card bills are starting to come in, and I still have books on my floor of my office. Piles of books came in. I was getting the postman one day. The post lady came in with her hands just filled with orders from Expo, and I ran out there, and of course, you know, you got to socially distance. I put my mask on, and I'm like, can I help? And I said, just put them on the ground and I'll come and pick them up. But for a while there, I was getting packages, and it was fun. It was really fun to open those all up. But they're all in. Everything for the Expo is in except the sulky threads for the Moo the Merrier series. And I haven't not had any more information on when those are going to come up. So if you put in an Expo order with me and you haven't heard from me, or you want your items shipped without the sulky threads, then please contact me and put Expo order or something in the subject line. My email is down below. So I have just been working very, very hard trying to get that in. And one of the reasons I'm behind is because when I ordered through at the Expo, before I went and ordered the new releases, I would go to the designer's website or Etsy store or whatever, and I would research all of their older designs and see what else I might want to order with the new designs. And so in today's new inventory, I've got a number of things from the designers I have processed already to show you that aren't all just new releases, but some that are from the past that I liked and thought you might like too. The other thing I wanted to talk about business-wise is like I mentioned, I am going to get my vaccine tomorrow if everything goes good. And hopefully we'll be fully vaccinated on April 27th. That's my appointment date. Once 2 weeks after that, then my husband and I will both be vaccinated, and we plan on traveling. We really, really like to travel. And in the past, before COVID, we traveled a lot. We also lived in France for 2 years, and we enjoy international travel as well as domestic travel. Last summer with COVID, we did purchase our RV, and we're able to get out and do things that way. And we also want to continue that. So what that means is I will start to be gone every once in a while. And I've been in business for almost 20 years now. And I've always taken anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks total vacation off from my shop. But a lot of it is often 3-day weekends, 4-day weekends, things like that. So I'm not really, or I go over a holiday or something. But every once in a while I take a long vacation and close the store. If you're not familiar, Cobweb Corner is just me. I work out of my home, but I've been doing it since officially a business since 2003, but I've been selling cross stitch online since 2001. So this is nothing new if you've been with me for a while. But with the COVID last year, I really didn't close hardly at all because we're home. And my husband's retired now, so he's ready to get going. And we will be gone sometimes, especially in the summer. So what does that mean to you guys? I'm not closing my store. I'm not ready to retire at all. I have no intention of retiring. But if you ever get to the shop, come into our online store, there will always be a notice that'll say something like, orders placed today will ship on such and such date. And then usually I'll say, why the delay? And then you can click a link and it'll explain what's going on. And usually it's we're taking a trip, or there might be an illness in the family or something like that. So I'm already looking forward to getting on an airplane safely again and taking off for some 4 and 5 night trips. So just be aware if you go to our shop that once we feel like it's safe, that we're going to start spending some time together as a semi-retired or retired and semi-retired people like to do. So, and take advantage of our health and stuff while we can. But when I'm here, everything's just going to be the same, and getting orders, I will always be my first priority, but I will always communicate with you anytime there's going to be a delay. Right now we ship one business day. I ship within one business day of your order being placed. And if you just are shopping on our site and there is going to be a delay, it will be very, very obvious that there might be a few days before your order ships. So that, and I'm cannot be happier about starting to travel again. I can't wait. I can't wait to be able to go places again and be able to go see my daughter. Okay, so that's it for business topic. New giveaways. New giveaways are again by one of my customers, Noelle, who sent me some items that she knew she wasn't going to stitch. So they, even though they're pre-owned, they're brand new. And I'm using a lot of those as giveaways. The first one is a Bucilla kit called Afternoon Nap. And it's this little kitty. And if you are interested, it's a full kit. If you're interested in this, use the word nap in your sentence. N-A-P, nap. That's what I'll search on. And then the second one is a Trishia Ct design called Joyful Scene. And if you're interested in this, use the word joy, J-O-Y. And I will give those away in the next FlossTube episode that I do. Okay, so thank you, Noelle, for those giveaways. All right, all that's left now is new inventory. And I've got quite a bit here. I'm going to pull a box over. Some are duplicates, so I'll be sorting through. But let me just show you what I've got. New in the shop is May Blooms by Bent Creek. And this is from the Snappers collection. So it comes with snaps. And those are used for the center of the flowers. So May Blooms. And then a brand new design by Ibati is Shabby Easter Calendar. And there's a number of the Shabby calendar designs in this series by Ibati. And you can stitch them as a big design, like as it's shown on the cover. But then you can also use all those, I'm going to turn my light down a little bit more. All those little motifs as individual designs. So I think each of the Shabby calendar charts has 20 different motifs. So it's really a good deal because you could do a lot. You could make a small out of every single one of those. So that one is Shabby Easter Calendar. I think there's a Shabby Winter, Summer, Spring, and Fall calendar. And I don't know what else. I don't know if there's a Christmas one or not. The next one is also brand new. It's a release by Heart and Hand called Friendship Garden. And it says, a friend overlooks your broken fence and admires the flowers in your garden. So that's the chart. And then it comes also with embellishments. And the flower is a little wooden bead. You get the little pink beads, but then you also get the flower wooden bead. So that is Friendship Garden. Another brand new one by Heart and Hand is Doodler's Spring. And then I've got new to the shop, Sweet Summer Comes Again by Blackbird Designs. And then while I was at Expo, I looked at the shop called the Lone Elm Lane Early Wooden Wares, and they specialize in making wooden boxes, very, very nice handmade shaker boxes and wooden boxes where you put a design in the top. But in order to promote those, they also have a few designs of their own. And my favorite one, I don't think I'm sold out. My favorite one that I had in the past a number of years ago was this one called In the Moonlight. So when I saw that, I really wanted to order that again. And so I got that one. And then I got some others by Lone Elm Lane. This one is called In the Garden. And it says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And then True Friends, it says, my friend, my joys are multiplied, my sorrows divided, my dreams you share, a gift so rare. It's True Friends. And then I also really like this one. This one's called Snow Angel. And look at this little snow angel in the snow. And then the little footprints. You can just imagine a little kid making this and then running in and out of the house. And then look at the frame, the angel frame around it and the birds. Isn't that cool? I just love that. And then also by Lone Elm Lane is Woodland Gnome. So I was really glad to get those. Then I also shopped with Manny Didana and picked up a few of her other designs. This one is October 31st October pillow. Super quick stitch. 'Tis the Season pillow. And these are all by Manny Didana. And then this one I really, really like. The Friendship Tree. Isn't that cool? I really like that one. So those were by Manny Didana. And then I shopped with Shakespeare Peddler and just filled out, a lot of these are, I've sold out of them, but I got the Antique series. It's called the Antique Things series. So I have the bird cages, antique birds and cages, antique scissors and spools, antique bunnies and baskets. This one's a new one. And then there's also antique locks and keys, and I don't know, maybe I got a couple other ones in here. I don't know. I think there's at least one other. And then also with Shakespeare Peddler, really popular is the Jenny Beans series. So I added to my selection of those. I've got Jenny Beans Humble Servant Sampler. And it says, ye shall surely reap what ye sow. Jenny Bean is a humble servant to the Lord. And then I've got Jenny Bean's Friendship Sampler. And this one says, tell me, ye knowing and discerning few, where I may find a friend both firm and true. Okay, then during the expo, I also shopped with the Nebby Needle and picked up a few of her designs. I have Beehives Matter. And I really kind of like this one. This one's called Cabin in the Pines, and it's just a simple alphabet sampler with the little tiny cabin down below. And then Dance by the Light of the Moon. And look at the top hat on that snowman. I think that's so cute. And then it's got the moon, big moon, and the snowflakes. I thought that was really cute. And then Into the Garden, I believe, is her new one, brand new release, and it says, Into the garden I must go to quiet my mind and free my soul. So that's a brand new release. I don't know if this one was. Nope. And then I also got Barn Quilt Sampler. And those are all by Nebby Needle. There might be a couple more coming. From Heartstring Samplery, and look for a whole bunch more. I have a whole box of Heartstring Samplery that I've never carried before, but I just have to get it entered into my inventory. I've got Honeybee Pin Drum. And then Little House Needleworks, Home of a Needleworker. Heartstring Samplery, I've got B is for Beekeeper. And then also brand new by Nebby Needle. The Nebby Needle is a Stitcher's Wallet. And it says, my needle and floss, they comfort me for I am a stitcher. And then here's what it looks like on the inside, even if you finish it according to the instructions. Then I shopped with Blackberry Lane, and her brand new design is so cool. So let me get this out. She's got two of these coming out. This one's called Peppermint Candy, and it's the front and back. You can see this is the front window, and this is the back door, or maybe vice versa. Oh, this is the back because you're seeing the back of the elf there. And here the elf is peeking over the front. So very detailed front and back. And then you get these little gumdrop candy beads to make the hanger part of the ornament. So they would go on and make a loop to hang on your tree. Isn't that cool? And these come with it. They're included in the price. So that is cool. Peppermint Candy. And then there's another one that she was working on that's supposed to be finished in April that will also have the gumdrops. But I also picked up some of her other designs. And this one, I'm trying to see if this was a brand new one. Doesn't have a date on it. This one's called Welcome the Snow. And isn't that cool? I just really like it. It's got the birds on his little arms there, and the red scarf, and then Christmas Memories with a feather tree, and then the Emperor's Gift with the little penguin peeking out. And those are all by Blackberry Lane Designs. Then we have a brand new designer who debuted at the Expo. And that is Rabbit Valley Studio. And the designer's name is Susan O'Brien. And I think she's gonna, I think we'll see a lot of her. I really like her designs. They're pretty quick stitches, but they're cute. This one is Sweater Weather. And this one says, the day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. I really like that one. Now it's called Plant the Seed is the title of that. And then Give It to God and Go to Sleep. And this one's titled Give It to God. And then Morning by Morning. It says, morning by morning, new mercies I see. And the last one is, oh, there's two more. Spring Doxology. Praise God from whom all blessings stow. And I really like this. Look at those kind of pastel-y bluebirds and the little bunnies. Isn't that cute? And the last one is Blessings Overflow. My cup overflows with blessings. And it's got all different kinds of little tiny, tiny coffee cups. So quick stitches, and they're also very reasonably priced. Brand new by Mirabilia is Echo Lake. And there's an embellishment pack. And I also have the Caron Water Lilies threads for this, but I haven't got them entered on my site yet. Also brand new by Nora Corbett is Winter Bear. And this is from the Holiday in the Forest series. And there's also an embellishment pack available for this. And then also in the Holiday in the Forest series is Winter Hare. And then there's also a Winter Owl and Winter Nest so far in that series. Brand new by Lucy Beam, call for the doctor, call for the nurse, call for the lady with the alligator purse. It's so funny. And let's see. Also with Diane Grick, Silver Creek Samplers, she had a number of designs that I liked a lot, but Hoffman stopped carrying them. So if you haven't checked out her brand new releases, I had done a video on those before Expo, but those are all in my shop now. And then I also got a bunch of things that Hoffman no longer carried. So my selection of Silver Creek Samplers designs has really grown. I picked out a few here, just a couple here that I liked in particular that I couldn't get anymore from Hoffman. And one of them is called Grimes Ghost. And it says, "Old Grimes is dead, we ne'er shall see him more. 'Twas buried in a brown tweed coat, all buttoned to the floor." Isn't that hilarious? And then you use your own buttons for his coat. So I had been wanting to get that back in stock for a long time. And then if you, let's see, this one's called Star of Bethlehem. If you hitch your wagon to a star, be sure it's the Star of Bethlehem. And it's got that cute little red wagon. And then it also has this design that just says Star of Bethlehem. But both of those I had had trouble getting back in stock. Newer by Carriage House Sampling is Chicken Feed Sack. And then by Ori TM is Let It Snow. I love this one. Those beautiful snowflakes. And then this little reindeer with the holly and the tiny poinsettia. That is Let It Snow. And then by Scissor Tail Designs, one of her new designs is Humble Bee. And then I also picked up Happy Halloween and Garden Fair. And then by Annie Bees, I picked up the Frog motto, which it says, "As ye sow, so shall ye rip." It's got these two little tiny frogs. And then I got Quaker Halloween by Ori TM. And I've got a bunch of the Quaker style designs. This one is Love and Peace. Kathy Barrick, I got this cool Halloween stocking. And Miss Martha's Potting Shed. And Painted Wings. Those are all by Kathy Barrick. And this one is A Visit from Spot. And a Multiplication Bird. And then I love this one, Fiona and Edward. So cool. And her newest one, Amelia Prescott and How Her Parents Did Educator. It's another multiplication table design. And it says, "This I have done to let you see how my parents did educate me." And I had talked about these also in a pre-Expo, the Kathy Barrick designs in a pre-Expo video. And then this one by Lucy Beam I picked up, and I really like it. It's called Crown House. And look at the crown on top of that house. Isn't that cool? So that's it. We've got lots of new inventory and lots more coming. So thanks for watching, everybody. For plans, personal plans, nothing, just getting my vaccine and keep entering inventory. So I really hope to get some more stitching in too. So again, thanks. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and then click on the bell so you get notified whenever we have new videos uploaded. And happy stitching, everybody. Bye-bye.